Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the adventure series, Dinosaurs Episode 6. Now, I've just watched, it's an older series that used to be on, I think the Discovery Channel and History or something like that. I picked it up online. It's called World's Greatest Mysteries. And it goes into all kinds of different, mysteries unsolved, and generally like historical ones and stuff like that. Not so much like spooky. It's kind of spooky, but not so much like the creepy kind of stuff. It's more like historical documents that are not fully, that we don't fully know what exactly they mean and stuff like that. But this episode is called Dinosaurs Fire or Flood. Now it's basically it's very scientific based, okay? Like it's got paleontologists, it's got scientists of all different kinds, geologists, weather people, all that kind of stuff. It's got the real science in it, and it's got some forensics when it comes to like examining bones and stuff like that in it too. It definitely delves into the religious side a bit too. It's definitely got some like references to the Bible and some ancient belief systems and stuff like that in it. But it's not. I just want to clarify because it's not like one of those radical, weird. Dinosaurs never existed. Dinosaurs walked alongside man. Dinosaurs were on the ark, all that kind of stuff. It's not preaching any of that, like it's not that kind of documentary, but I liked it because as a folklorist, as somebody that delves into mythology as well as true history, mainly true history, but some science too, like I've studied paleontology and that before and whatever, but as somebody who studied mythology, I find it intriguing. Not in a sense of condoning it or believing it or thinking it's true, but just almost finding the rational explanations for why these different cultures and these different references are out there and these different religious texts and stuff like that. So I just find it fascinating, just interesting. So I really like that side of it, but it's not about this video, the adventure series, anything I do about dinosaurs, and even this documentary itself is nothing preaching any sort of things like that. But it talks about the extinction, and it talks about the meteor that hit the Earth, and it talks about in Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, which I've been to, by the way. The crater just kind of below the sea surface like that is thought to be the Doomsday crater, or Doomsday meteorite that hit the Earth that caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. And so it covers all that, but it's called Fire or Flood because there are other... I mean, I personally am all for the idea that the meteorite took out the dinosaurs. I think there's the most evidence to support that. That's what most of the most prominent people and the most educated people in the field seem to rally towards, per se. And it just seems like the most logical explanation from if you look at even the geographical structure of the Earth at that time. But basically, there are ideas that a massive flood could have taken them out too. And again, they looped this around in an interesting kind of way to the Noah's Ark thing. But to me, aside that, I mean, they didn't really have any radicals on there talking. They had mainly rational people just kind of delving into mythology a little bit, which I like. But they basically wrapped it up into that, and it's in. But they're talking about it in the sense that there was historical events, both just, things kind of witnessed by people on the side, things that happened in the past that you could still see, remnants of on the Earth today, and just different things that we didn't have the rational minds and the scientific analysis to put on things then that they could be based in reality, but there's a reason why they put why in their time, in their writings that they had, that it came out a lot, more like fantasy. So to me, I find that side of things fascinating, and I find that interesting, and I do like how they include this stuff in the overall thing. Like, I like how they looped it into that, and I can't stress enough that they do this rationally, and it's it's very in celebration of the mythology, not going on about how this could be the truth, kind of a thing, or whatever. And they talk about the different references that quote prehistoric-like creatures and dinosaur-esque subtext in the Bible. And they talk about basically what I'm saying here is how, due to their belief system at the time and the way people lived then, that's how they recorded it. And as I said, it sounds a lot more like fantasy, and the beasts are more mythical, and there's all these grand stories attached to it. But it could just be people witnessing things that, finding the odd bone, finding the odd tooth, finding the odd fossil, seeing parts of the earth that are still recuperating from stuff that happened in past eras before that they're documenting down and quantifying it into what they have available at the time. So I find that interesting to look into. And it also just dealt, it wasn't very a creature, species based. It wasn't okay, this dinosaur and this dinosaur and they all did that. There's a zillion, I love anything dinosaurs and anything to do with dinosaur documentaries, but there's a zillion ones out there like that. But this one, this was generally exploring just the fascination in general, just in society, whatever kind of beliefs there are, whatever kind of cultures of the world there are, places that different things have been found and seen, and whatever. It's kind of just delving into the fascination of dinosaurs and how it's almost inherently an obsession of mankind. Individuals aside, it's an obsession of mankind in a certain way. There's reasons that they have jobs and they pay people to, research all this stuff, a lot more than they could do with other things that are out there, which they do a lot with, other things, modern life creatures, insects, all kinds of things to do with history. But there's definitely an impressive chunk of money and time, and most of all time and just craftsmanship dedicated to the whole world of dinosaurs, that you can pretty well easily conclude that it's a phenomena of mankind. We love dinosaurs. Whatever our belief we put on them, however we like to look at them, strictly entertainment, strictly scientific, religious, a mixture of all, or just an overall enthusiastic look at what everybody has to say, whatever. Bottom line is, everybody reacts in some sort of positive way to a dinosaur. And they explore that very well in this, and they talk about how there's an idea that after, for maybe 100 to 200 years, not that long, there could have been the odd sickly dinosaurs that, were sheltered from the main catastrophe or managed to survive it in some way, just due to their sheer size and their strength and where they happened to be at the time and all those kinds of factors. But that there could be the odd sickly dinosaur that was still stumbling around for a good 100 years after the meteorite hit, or after the flood took them out under certain belief systems, right? But that's cool too. I find that just fascinating in story. Just fascinating in story. That's almost if that is true, it's very well not. It's very well likely not true. But if, say, it was true, that's a fascinating, almost lost chunk of one of the many lost chunks of history and prehistory out there. So yeah, it's really just an interesting watch and a good time. Not too long. It's only half an hour. Each episode's half an hour. And yeah, overall, I really liked this documentary, and it's something that, whether I'm, I studied it a lot extra because I'm reviewing it now, and I was kind of that's why I'm doing the adventure series for dinosaurs, I'm in the mood to get back into, delve into this stuff a bit heavy right now, right? But so it's something that I would put on. I would recommend people that were into that kind of thing, and it's something I would just put on whether I was watching it as thoroughly as I did this time. It's like I would just put on just as background noise as well, just to enjoy, just as something that is of my interest. So yeah, I'm going to give this documentary, let's give it a solid A. A solid A will do. And that is episode 6 of the Dinosaurs Adventure Series, everybody. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next adventure series.